Hello, everyone, and welcome to a recap of day 5 in the Apple River uh, unaliving case. And yesterday was all about the Hispanic witnesses. We had interpreters, it was Hispanic speaking people on the stand all day long. It was the group of Mr. Mew, the people who were around him when before and after when it happened and before and after it happened. And to uh, to sum it up, you had one, two, three, four, at least five witnesses. I even believe there was six witnesses there who all told a story about they didn't really see anything, they didn't hear anything. They uh, they saw Nick after he looked very pale. He looked scared. They knew he had a knife because he used it. He to some of them they believe he said they took away my knife. Um, some of them saw him ditching the knife at the bank, riverbank, as we saw after the incident when they went past all of the commotion. No one really spoke about it. No one talked anyone. And it was all of it was he was in shock. And then one of the witnesses said she was afraid to sit next to Nick. She wasn't afraid because what he did, but because he looked in shock. A Torres doesn't remember, didn't look in the direction, and someone told her to call 911. Uh, she sent her boyfriend, husband Eric down to help. They were they stayed at the scene after because Eric was down there, and she didn't remember anything else. Then Eric went to help, called Eric back so they could leave. Didn't know who did anything, and actually, all of the witnesses were kind of the same. They uh, they spent a lot of time from the defense to talk about what clothes Nick was wearing because the state kind of implied that because when they left after the incident, he had his long sleeved camo shirt on and his glasses and his hat. And they asked him, all the witnesses, did he wear that during the day? And they said, yeah, that he had it on, he had it off. They asked if he's been snorkeling before this incident, and he had done that too, kind of to say, well, it wasn't like he was just going down there and starting a fight and then tried to hide afterwards. Um, Some of them claim they saw the girl in the black swimsuit push Nick. Some say they don't remember. Um, it was a lot. It was just a lot of. It was really annoying because the translators didn't really do a great job. The witnesses seemed very confused with the questions. All of them said Nick was in shock. He was quiet when he came back, didn't talk about it. Um, it was it was a big nothing burger. What was interesting was that the first three witnesses was state witnesses, but Ernesto and Ariel were called by the defense. They were called out of order. The state didn't want to bring them on, probably because they could ask leading questions when they got to question them. But Ernesto, he was his best friend. He was the one who told him to bring the knife. Nick was a peaceful guy, and he was alerted by Sandy, who said, or Sadie, who said that Nick was in trouble. Saw Nick being beaten, went down there, saw someone hit Nick. Uh, he told someone to stay away from them because they were following him. He had 4 beers. Didn't see Nick do anything because he was running, walking down there. Um, don't remember saying much. Don't remember telling the police they took his knife. Um, don't know anything, anyone. Again, it was a lot of we don't know anything. And Ariel, who also went down to where it happened, said Nick was calm. It was Ariel's phone that got lost because his wife lost it. He had said it was a problem, but Nick said, "I'm going to go look for it." Um, he thought the kids were bullying Nick, and he thought they were just playing around. Then he saw many people start hitting him, pushing him down. He went up to help Nick. There was a lot of blood there. They went back. Hard to see anything happening because it happened so fast. Then they went past later, and AJ was yelling, "Look what you did to me," to Nick. And he went back to their group while Nick went to the embankment. That's where the knife was later found. There was a lot of running and screaming. Some came close to them, and Nick was very scared. He saw him defend himself, saw him defend against a girl. In my opinion, he seemed like he was coached that he wanted to put on the best defense for Nick. The last one was this lady. She was the DNA lady. She just testified they found his DNA and a few of the victims' DNA on the knife. And I was sitting here thinking, it's a self-defense case. He's not claiming it isn't his knife. So again, it was a lot of time wasting, in my opinion. We always joke around and said this could have been an email, and most of this testimony from yesterday could have been that the state was very adamant about trying to figure out where everyone was and impeach them with their prior testimony. They did it in a way so the defense had an easy way to dispel it after. So again, I think my honest opinion is still, I think because self-defense cases are so hard to win, I think he's still probably going to be convicted, but I don't think the state has proven that he should be convicted. And that's my biggest problem with this case, because I used this analogy yesterday. All their evidence is just, it feels like they're just putting a big pile of nothing in front of the jury and say, see all these witnesses, 44 witnesses. We have given you so many witnesses that proves we have a strong case. But on the face of it, if you watch the videos, and you can do that in my Discord, you can clearly see who's the aggressive group. You can clearly see who throws the first punches and pushes. And that's what the state has to overcome. Especially if the defense team is as good as I feel they are compared to the states with a really, really bad team. It's also going to come down to what do the jury see in those videos? Can the state, by their magic with showing single frames and make it seem like it took forever and he had a lot of time to think about what he did, can they convince the jury that he shouldn't have done it? Or by showing the video how fast everything happened, can they convince the jury for the defense that it was self-defense? I don't know. But yesterday, a whole lot of nothing. His group didn't see anything, or said they didn't see anything. Some of them, I think, might have been a little less than truthful. Other than that, DNA evidence, yeah, we knew there was blood there. We've seen the video. So again, it's just, we have to put it in, and it's just a waste of time. But Monday will hopefully be way better. State is supposed to rest on Monday, latest Tuesday. But that's the quick recap of the Apple River stapling day 5. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you'll watch Monday as well. See you later.